We interrupt the internet with breaking news.
This just in, a Chilean zoo gave Easter baskets to predators because apparently homicide now has seasonal decor. Boston gathered 254 Michael Myers in one place, so congratulations to Massachusetts on inventing a panic attack with a merch table. And China rolled out humanoid robots and lion costume robot dogs for Lunar New Year because the future apparently has stage parents and a fight choreographer. Good evening. Hope you're doing well, staying hydrated, and not losing your job to a robot with better blocking. Welcome to Bob vs. the News, the only show where I try to restore dignity to civilization, and civilization responds, cool, here's pastel violence, licensed nightmares, and kung fu appliances. I came in confident, the news came in masked, furred, and visibly rehearsed. The arena is electric. Bob looks sharp, but reality came in tonight like it trained at a haunted Dave & Buster's. Tonight, wildlife with no shame, public behavior with no supervision, and science once again asking questions nobody needed answered. In Chile, a zoo staged an Easter-style food hunt for animals, including meerkats, monkeys, lemurs, and caracals. The zoo hid food in Easter bags and baskets to encourage natural behavior. That is adorable, until you remember one of the guests is a caracal. That's not an egg hunt, that's Etsy for predators. Bob scores first, strong open. He saw the angle before the bunny bags even hit the turf. The meerkats get cute little treats. The monkeys get enrichment. The caracal gets meat hidden in a pastel egg and climbs a tree like it's repossessing spring. The news fires back. That visual is filthy. Pastel on the outside, cartel memo on the inside. That image is the whole year. Soft decor, hard violence. It looks like Pinterest got subpoenaed. Huge counter from Bob. Clean language, ugly truth, and the crowd appreciates the craftsmanship. And they've been doing this for 16 years. 16. At that point, it's not enrichment, it's pageantry. The lemurs aren't surprised anymore. They're critics. They're standing there like, last season had better baskets. The news stays busy. Longevity counts. That isn't a stunt anymore. It's institutional nonsense. Stop calling this enrichment. You know who else loves enrichment? Consultants, luxury developers, and every idiot who says curated experience before ruining a neighborhood. Bob lands again, strong status shot. He's turning the whole zoo into a TED Talk with claws. Even the sheep got involved. Great. The whole place looked like Easter got drafted against its will. Sneaky points for the news. Depth on the bench. Even the background animals are scoring tonight. And I'll say this. The Caracal showed up in bunny branding and still had more dignity than most tech founders. That's aura. That's command. That is a murder cat refusing to pivot. Bob closes the round strong. Late flurry from the host, and the Caracal somehow leaves looking like private equity. Round 1 to Bob, but the news landed enough weird detail to make this a live fight. In Boston, 254 people dressed as Michael Myers to set a Guinness World Record while promoting a new Halloween video game. Nothing says healthy civic life like looking up and seeing 254 Michael Myers in one room. The news opens up heavy. That number alone is a problem. That's not attendance, that's infestation. That's not fandom. That's what a Ring camera sees right before the owner starts checking school districts. Bob answers immediately. Nice little property value jab, and he needed it. And of course, it was for a video game launch, because marketing used to ask, how do we build excitement? Now it asks, how do we make Boston feel spiritually unavailable? Bob, with back-to-back scoring, he's reading the room, and the room is deeply unwell. But the part that kills me is Guinness approved this. Somewhere, an adult had to count identical serial killers and say, yes, this matters. This is culture. Oh, that's a bomb from reality. Once the sanctioning body signs off on a nightmare, Bob is fighting uphill. 254 people in the same mask and boiler suit is not a gathering. That's LinkedIn for nightmares. That's a franchise mixer for men who breathe through a William Shatner wall. Beautiful punch from Bob, specific, cruel to the premise, and the audience felt that one in the sternum. And let's be honest, if you walk into that room, you are not thinking world record, you're thinking the Caracal got funding. Callback scores. Bob reaches back to round one and tags Boston with the Bunny Bag franchise expansion. The real problem is the uniformity. No remix, no flair, no creativity. Just 254 men dressed like suburban death got a bulk rate. That image is undefeated. It looks like sleep paralysis formed an HOA. The news with another clean one. That visual keeps topping the room no matter what Bob throws at it. Somewhere in New England, a Home Depot manager locked the knife aisle out of principle. Bob steals a nice little moment there. Good local panic, sharp and quick. This is why horror fans scare me less than marketing departments. A horror fan wears the mask. A marketing department counts the masks, writes engagement on a whiteboard, and bills a client. Big scoring run for the news. Marketing just walked in wearing brass knuckles and a lanyard. This wasn't a fan event. This was a civic warning. This was Boston saying, we can still ruin a room without the Celtics. Bob sneaks one in. Veteran move. He bought himself a breath with a local shot. And somehow, Guinness looked at 254 Michael Myers and said, yes, this is a wholesome lane for our brand. That's not a record. That's institutional surrender. Massive shot from the news. Round 2 explodes late. Bob's still talking, but reality is throwing with both hands now. The news takes round 2 in a scoring avalanche. Bob had punches, but Guinness certified slasher density was simply too much dumb for one man to absorb. China's Lunar New Year celebrations featured humanoid robots in gala performances, including martial art routines and robot dogs dressed in lion costumes. This is how it starts. Not with war, with choreography. Bob opens round 3 with authority. He caught the tone instantly, and the crowd is with him. We're talking humanoid robots doing synchronized martial arts routine with swords, poles, and nunchucks near child performers. That is not a celebration. That is a sentence designed to make dads whisper, maybe books were enough.
China!
The news answers hard. That detail is outrageous on contact. Pure panic fuel.
China!
And then you see the robot dogs in lion costumes. That's the detail that broke me. Because we didn't just build machines, we immediately made them theater kids.
China!
Bob scores clean, elegant reframe. He took the future and shoved it straight into community theater. We didn't build the future, we built the little robot that already wants notes after the show. That's how civilizations get replaced in jazz hands.
China!
The news steals some back. The costume itself is still in the building and still absurd. Humanity cannot meet a technological breakthrough without turning it into a pageant every time. We invent the future, then 5 minutes later, we glue fur to it and make it dance for grandma like it's trying to win regionals.
China!
Bob with a huge scoring moment. That's a veteran combination right there. He has the robots fighting for a solo now. And the worst part, they had stage presence. That's what I resent. Not intelligence, presence. These things already looked more comfortable on camera than half the people with podcasts.
China!
The news lands again. Bob is hurt by the truth here. You can hear the jealousy under the professionalism. Round 1 gave us enrichment for predators. Round 2 gave us branding for slashers. Now round 3 gives us enrichment for appliances. We are not building civilization. We are managing increasingly expensive mascots.
China!
Bob is rolling now. Great callback. He's tying the whole night together, and the judges notice that. This whole thing has the energy of a halftime show that ends with humanity quietly being replaced in the credits. No gunfire, no invasion, just one robot lion dog taking a bow while the rest of us realize we no longer test well with focus groups.
China!
The news keeps hanging around. Every detail in this story has playoff legs. Also, you know those 254 Michael Myers from Boston? Even they would see a robot dog in line drag doing better crowd work and go, this town's changing.
China!
Callback connects again. Bob just used the Michael Myers mob as a focus group and somehow it worked. And for the record, I still trust the bunny bag Caracal more than the machine with costume notes. The Caracal wants meat. This thing wants applause. Applause is how it gets cabinet seats.
China!
Enormous shot from Bob. That might be his biggest punch of the night. The Caracal just endorsed the anti-robot ticket. I can handle a killer robot. I do not want a killer robot with costume notes. That's not the apocalypse. That's the apocalypse after 2 years in regional theater.
China!
The news sneaks in a final touch. Smart, veteran nonsense. It won't take the round, but it keeps the fight filthy. Bob takes round 3 with a furious comeback, but on the total cards, the news is still barely ahead. We may be headed for a robbery, and I could not be happier. By a split decision, the news. Bob fought brilliantly, rallied late, and still got edged out by pastel predators, branded slashers, and a robot dog with a better audience awareness. What we learn. Bunny ears do not civilize predators, they just soften the felony. If Guinness has to verify your nightmare, society has already lost on points. And if the robots get costumes before they get ethics, humanity is officially opening for its replacement. 40 to 41, this is anti-host scoring. This is coastal bias. This is the committee rewarding stage presence over substance. Bub, a box well. The world is worse. Until next time, good night, stay weird, and remember, the Caracal wanted meat, Michael wanted branding, and the robot wanted applause. Somehow the robot is still the one I trust the least.